Hi, katzcradul here. I've been out of touch for a while and thought I needed to let you know what's been going on. I took a little break from everything during the holidays just because I needed some downtime. We've been going fast and furious all fall with gardening and canning and homeschooling, and I just kind of got tired and needed to take a break. And so I took a break really from everything and decided that one of the things I could do to renew myself would be to try something new, to do something I've always wanted to do. I knew that I probably wanted to do something artistic because I always find that renewing and relaxing, but wasn't exactly sure what direction I should go. I made my decision based on the fact that I wanted whatever I learned to be something that might not only be something aesthetically pleasing, but also be useful. I remembered that as a young girl, an early teen, I had crocheted just a little bit. I only learned about 3 different kinds of stitches and only made one little simple project, and then never crocheted again other than doing some simple crochet around receiving blankets for babies. The other thing I thought about is that probably, as I look at my town, which is mostly senior citizens, probably everyone has yarn in their house. And even though I don't crochet or knit, I had yarn in my house as well. I'd been a preschool teacher and I used it for craft projects, and I had old yarn that people had given me, and I'm thinking, I bet a lot of other people have yarn in their house too, and maybe in a long-term situation, maybe a not so good situation, a crisis situation, where people were pooling their resources, maybe, just maybe, I could find yarn and be able to make things that people needed and wanted. And so I decided to go to YouTube University. That's what we call it here at our house, because you can learn anything you want to know on YouTube. That I would go on YouTube and see if there was anybody who might be able to teach me how to crochet, if there were videos showing people how to do various things. And I decided that I wanted to make a simple headband to cover my ears during cold weather. I don't really like wearing a hat, but I thought if I could just cover my ears, that would be great. So I went looking for that kind of video. I didn't have to search very long until I found exactly what I was looking for. I got my yarn and my crochet hook and sat down in front of my computer monitor and watched the lady as she demonstrated how to make the stitches. Most of the videos I found, the camera work is very good and it's very easy to see how they're making the stitches. This one was no exception. I followed along, and if I felt like I was getting a little bit behind what she was doing on the video, I would stop it, catch up, and just continue on. If there was a part where I was confused, I would just back up the video and watch that segment again. It was very easy, and in a couple of hours, I had this great headband made. I showed it to Prepare when she got up the next morning, and she was very excited and said, "Now you should try to make me a hat." I wasn't sure I could do that, so we started looking at pictures of hat videos, and she found one that she wanted and liked. I got a different color yarn and began making the hat. She went to bed that night, and when she got up the next morning, I had it laying on the desk completed. She tried it on, and it was just perfect. She was so excited about it and loved the way that it fit. It was just custom made for her, and then said, "Now, Mom, you need to make me a pair of mittens." Well, I couldn't even imagine trying to make mittens. That just sounded so complicated, but with her encouragement, I went and found a video, and the very next night made her a pair of mittens. They looked so complicated to make, and I did not have nearly as much faith in myself as she had in me, but was so glad that I gave it a try. And once the lady showed me step by step how to make them on the video, it was really so simple, and I don't know why I was so afraid to try it. With each new day came a different project. I was having so much fun. I thought I'd try making me a scarf, but I'm not really that fond of a scarf because sometimes you don't get them on right, and they're kind of dangling and hanging down. But I saw this video for an infinity scarf. It's just a big round circle that you just put over your head, almost like a big cow neck collar. And so I decided to try one of those. I had so much fun making it, and it's so warm, and I love the way I can just tuck it inside my coat, and I don't worry about if the ends are even, if they're going to slip down. Well, of course, once Prepare saw my infinity scarf, she wanted one, so we found some variegated thread that went just perfectly with her brown Carhartt jacket, and she wears it all the time. In fact, it's about 15 degrees here today, and she wore it today. We really like these infinity scarves, and they're so easy to make. Next came another slouch hat. Prepare really loves the color green and purple, and we found this variegated yarn. I was able to make her another hat, and she's really enjoyed wearing it. She especially likes being able to tuck all of her hair up underneath it, and it still stay on her head, and it just looks so cute on her. I decided one day when my dog came in shivering when there was snow on the ground that I really needed to make her a sweater. So I went and watched several different videos and was able to put together several different designs to make this little sweater. I was really excited that in just such a very short period of time, I really understood the concept of crocheting and even how to make patterns. In fact, one I saw was for a little dog. My dog was a little longer than the pattern, so I just extended down. I just figured out how to do that myself and put a cute little ruffle on the behind. This is a nice double thickness turned down collar, and she just runs to us to have us put it on before she goes outside when it's really cold. And I'm thrilled with this new skill. Right now I'm working on this beautiful shawl that's in this variegated pattern. Actually, this yarn is called Painted Desert, and it's an acrylic fiber, and it is so soft and nice. Lots of times I'll go to places in the evening, either to a theater or out to a conference or what have you, and sometimes the temperature will be a little cool for me, and I don't really want to wear a sweater or a coat, but it's nice, would be nice to have a shawl to drape over my shoulders, so that's what I'm making, a shawl here. I'm excited to have added something to my skill set. It did not take me long to learn how to do this. I started 2 days before Christmas, and so I've done all this in less than a month. And it's been so fun and so relaxing and such a nice diversion from my normal routine. I hope you'll think about trying something new. I want to remind you that tonight is Thursday night, which means it's time for the Homestead Honey Hour. Noreen and I will both be on the air tonight. We may be talking about this just a little bit and what we can do in the next year, what we can learn, and what kind of skills we can add to our repertoire. We'll also be talking a little bit about some current issues. Let's talk about what you want to be doing this year. It's an open mic night, and so we'd love to hear from you. Remember, you can find us at prepperbroadcasting.com at 8 p.m. If you just log on to the main page and then just go to listen and chat, you'll be able to get into the show and also to the chat room. We'd love to see you there. It promises to be a fun night. It's always fun when Noreen's on the air with me. Until tonight, this is Katzcradul.